Sir.
No, that's quite all right.
After Mr. Rishard, I have Evan Schock, followed by Adam DeAngeli.
Ready?
Sir,
All
yes,
right.
you have 3
Well,
minutes.
first of all,
Thank you.
thank you for having me. I'm not your normal person in terms of protester or otherwise. I'm a former vice president of quality in aerospace. And when I hear numbers bannered around, I got to tell you, if I accepted those numbers as even though they're improvement on aerospace, on aircraft, you would be dying. The planes would be dropping out of the sky. It's deplorable to hear things like what the numbers were in 2016 and what they are in 2020. So when I hear this, so I'm going to go into my speech. I'm sorry, but it really does. I just can't believe that we talk about well, it's okay, it's acceptable. So anyways, let me go on. My name is Charles Rishard, and I'm the chairman of the Oceana County Board of Canvassers, and I'm one of the plaintiffs in the suit with Sidney Powell. And I'll make that emphasis. That suit is very valid, and we're going forward. And you guys will be involved in it, too, before long, I guarantee you. So I say that because we have got to clean up what is going on in the election process. When I hear Senator Lucido say, well, we're just lawmakers, wrong. You guys chartered it. You chartered the Board of Canvassers. You go back and look at MCL 168. You guys chartered it. It's a 113-page manual, too. So I can tell you specifically on that. I've heard a lot of things about it. I've heard about clerks testifying. Those clerks know it up to this process. They know that part, but after that, no, they don't. The tabulators, this stuff, very few do. It's too technical. But let me tell you about one piece of evidence you don't know. The Secretary of State contracted with a company called VoterWorks. They use a software called Arlo. Arlo is an open architecture. You ought to look at that. That's a serious flaw. It's a back way into the QVF, the qualified voter file. What does that do? It allows them to enter names that may be fictitious. Well, I've seen examples of places where these people don't live and whatnot. Take a look at it. That's a pretty serious flaw. It's like your bank or your credit card being open. No one's looking at that. How did we find it? We found it by preparing for the Board of Canvassers last week. I happened to discover it by looking at the audit file, the risk. The state calls it a risk-limiting audit pilot system. It's a joke. I don't want to tell you that. It's a joke. How do I know that? I'm an auditor. I'm a systems auditor, not a computer systems auditor, a quality systems auditor, where we can tear things apart and understand what the documentation is, what you use as a standard. When you talk about an audit, what are you auditing to? What standard are you auditing to? So when I say that, so that's a joke. And that
1 minute, sir.
Actually, that open hole there is like your credit card being breached, and that's what it is. It is a distinct breach, and it's there. We need to really focus on that. And another thing is I heard a thing about the Black Lives Matter and Jesus. We had an incident in our poll. Well, a lady had a Trust Jesus shirt on. They would not let her be in the poll. She was a poll worker. They stopped. They told her it's a code, dress code issue, or it's an issue. She went to five different people, including the state. So I didn't accept it. I went to the FBI, and I heard Pete Lucido say that. The FBI is a joke, and I want to tell you that right now, and I can validate it. So I want to finish with this. It's a joke because they don't go that far. I backed the guy into the corner, really, and then I talked to him again. He says, what do? Are we going to go after a $5 case, or are we going to go after a $10 million case? And you know what I said to him? I said both. You know why? Because that's selective enforcement if you don't. I've been on city council. I can tell you that. If you do that, you are subjugating freedom. You're basically just going after money. So let me finish with one thing if I can, then I'll give you my notes. It'll be quick. I said, finally, you have a job to do under U.S. Constitution, Article 2, Section 1, Clauses 2 and 3. That states, and I'll paraphrase, the legislature will pick a number of electors equal to the number of senators and representatives in Michigan's case. We expect that with all the fraud going on in this state, that you would do your duty and elect the electors as described in the U.S. Constitution and rule this election null and void. Be a leader, not a wuss. Void the vote, elect electors. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, sir. We have questions from members.
I do just, so you said thank you, sorry. VoterWorks, and then you gave another name, but I didn't.
Arlo is the software that they use, yes. But if you go on, if I can, let me give you just a little bit addition on there. On their website, and I didn't tell you because we're out of time, it's an item 3, it states, add voter information for voter request. They're given a procedure, okay, just so you know that. It states, add voter information for voters requesting ballots. This can be done manually and does not does not require a voter registration system integration. In other words, it can bypass the verification steps. Who would ever approve an open system like that? It's a major flaw.
And that's Arlo?
Pardon me?
That part is Arlo?
That's right
Or
off,
that's
that's in,
VoterWorks
that's
and
in VoterWorks. That's what
Okay.
that's a claim to fame. Pull it up and look at it. It's like, I almost died when I found it.
Thank you.
So,
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Senator.
okay.
Thanks, Mr. Rishard.
Yeah. I'll give you these if you want.
Please.
I didn't put my phone number with you.
Yes, thank you.